good morning, and welcome to Good Morning Conshy. I am your host, Teresa Brown Paris. We are your source for local events, news, and happenings. So, like and share this video and enjoy the ride with us this morning. This is Thanksgiving Eve, and in light of that, we are thankful. A thankful heart is not only the greatest virtue, but the parent of all other virtues. And that is today's quote by Cicero. We're welcome today. We're happy today to welcome with us Matt Mashaintonio from the art store here in Conshohocken. Matt is the owner of the Artist Loft, which is a storefront selling artwork from for over 37 local artists, which includes paintings, photographs, ceramics, fiber art, woodworkings, and much more. Matt, welcome to Good Morning Country. Glad you're here with us.
Oh, thank you so much for having me today.
Awesome, awesome. So tell us about yourself, Matt. First, let's talk about who you are as a person, a Conshohocken native.
Gotcha. Well, my name is Matt Mashaintonio, for some of you who don't know. I currently own the Artist Loft in Conshohocken. And let's see, where to start? So I always say I grew up in Conshohocken, even though I never actually lived here. I'm born and raised in Norristown, about 9 minutes that way, and spent a good 40-50% of my childhood in Conshohocken. I have family in here. Almost all of my family is from Conshohocken. Both grandparent or all four grandparents, parents, great aunts and uncles, and I spent summers after school, weekends with my great aunts who lived up on East 12th. So I spent a huge chunk of my childhood in Conshohocken. And then I never left because now I'm here 5 days a week.
Awesome, awesome. What do you do? I know that you're at the Artist Loft here in town. You've been there for a few years now, though you've recently reopened. So tell us about your time before you came to the Artist Loft and your input in the art here in Conshohocken.
Absolutely. So when I was around 17, I started refinishing furniture, taking old pieces, painting them, stripping them, sanding them, restaining them, taking all the old furniture and giving it a new life, basically. And then I did that for my furniture, my parents, my sister, family, friends, and then I realized if I wanted to keep doing my hobby, I had to turn it into a job because it refinishing furniture is not a small hobby. There's a lot of big furniture pieces involved. So then I started doing that. After I finished college, I kind of turned that into my job. Started working at small businesses and kind of learning the ropes, in the trenches as opposed to, thinking I knew what I was doing. I went and worked for a bunch of small businesses. And so time went on. I was a shopper in, all the local businesses. And I met Eileen Burkowski, who opened the Artist Loft in
Hmm.
2018. And we became friends just from me shopping because I talked to everybody and I never shut up. So one day she gives me a call and says, "Hey, would you like to take over the store?" Which is something that I feel like never happens in real life. She said, "I know you're looking to open a store. Would you like this one?" And I said, "Of course, that would be amazing." So by 2019, I was the owner and operator of the Artist Loft. And then through working in small businesses, I started to get to know different local artists. That's how I first heard about the Artist Loft. Um, it was Dana of Simply Dewine Jellies, who I currently sell in the
Hmm.
store. First told me about the Artist Loft. And then just from there, I started meeting more and more local artists in the community. So yeah.
Awesome. And then something happened even before the pandemic, that caused the store to be out of commission for a while. Incidentally, you guys suffered. You were the inconvenience by a fire that was there caused it to be closed for a few months maybe, and then the pandemic.
Mhm.
Um, Go ahead.
Oh, yes. So in 2019, there was a fire in our building. It was an electrical fire, a freak thing. So we had to close for, I guess it was 2 months shy of 2 years. And so it was, slow going. And then the pandemic happened, which slowed things down more, which was, I mean, at that point, nobody was open. So it was okay. So it wasn't until March of this year that we reopened in a new renovated space. Space is bigger than it was before.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Definitely more open, more lighting. I mean, it worked out in the end. It's never something great to go through, but when you can look on the bright side and get through it and come out on the other side, it's pretty decent.
Awesome. Very good. So you have a variety of artists that showcase their work there with you. How does it work?
Okay, so basically, I've been very lucky. I have 37 artists in the store right now. It's about to be 38 right after we're done this. And the artists all have basically come to me. Um, and what happens is they come to the store, and if I have space available, and that kind of usually depends on medium, sometimes I have, I'm full up on jewelers, but could use a glass worker, that kind of thing. And so basically, I rent out each artist their space so that they get their own display.
Mm-hmm.
And I always like to say it's like their mini store within the big store. So as opposed to, say, ordering in merchandise or wholesaling and things like that, in this store, the artist is building their own display, supplying their own things. Like when they are low on stock, or right now everybody's flipping and getting ready for the holidays, the artists are the ones in the store restocking their own items. Um, so it's very, very personal. And that's kind of the goal of the store. The whole goal is basically that artists who are usually busy making art and not really wanting to do the business end of things
Right.
have a place where they can easily sell their work, set up their space to how they would like it, stock it with the items that they want to sell, and then they get to kind of walk away. And then I get to do the, business side of
The
things,
business,
but they get to be in
absolutely.
studios making art, which is pretty fun.
Okay. So now, most of your pieces, they are individual pieces. No two pieces are alike. So there is no inventory to control. Correct?
Correct. Yes, we pretty much have one of everything. I always say, especially this time of year when
Mm-hmm.
people are like, "Oh, I'll have to come back for that," and I'm like, "Just so you know, that's the only one. we might have something similar, or the artist might be able to make you something similar, but we have one because it's all handmade. The only thing we have multiples of is art prints because we can print
You can
more,
reprint those, right? Exactly.
but that's just a minority of the items we have in the store. Almost everything is handmade, one of a kind by a local. So
Awesome. Awesome. Now, can one buy your products online? Maybe Facebook. Do you do any Facebook presentations with the artwork?
so yes, so I do a lot of Facebook posting, Instagram posting, and Facebook lives. So I always say, if you see something, say something, and maybe New York Metro might be upset with me stealing their line, but if you see something you like, let me know because we can invoice it to you, invoice you, and then get the item to you. You can pick it up in store. We do a bit of shipping. If something's too big, we don't. I'm very nervous about shipping large paintings.
Mm-hmm.
I've done it, but it is very expensive. But so if you see something, you're definitely able to buy it online. We don't have an online store per se because we're so small and everything, like I said, is one of a kind
Mm-hmm.
that if we make a listing and it sells, then it's gone. So, but we do a lot of we get a lot of messages of, "Oh, I love that. Can I buy that now and pick it up later so that nobody else gets it?"
Right.
So that's kind of the online sales we do.
And do you offer that across the board? Like I know you have set hours at the shop. Can someone pick up after those closing hours?
We try to do just during the open hours of the store. Um, it just makes it easier at the end of the day because I'm really the only one running this shop on a
Mm-hmm.
regular basis. But I'm always happy to stay open. I've also done appointments, especially at the beginning of reopening. Not everybody was vaccinated yet, so there was some private shopping, of just one person at a time going on and things like
Okay.
that. So we're always happy to accommodate people as much as we can.
Okay. Now, do you do any sort of work with the Conshy Art Studio here in town? Do you guys come do anything together?
Yes. So we haven't been. I haven't done much since reopening with the Conshohocken Art League because they were closed for so long. During the pandemic, they were closed. They run out of Marywood Park House, which is a borough building. So buildings in the borough were closed to the public for a while. So we haven't been able to connect yet since they've started getting up again. But that's definitely on my list for next year once they're up and running again, because they're a really great organization, one of the oldest art leagues in the country. They might be the oldest. Don't quote me on that. It's on their website, though.
Okay.
Really great organization with really awesome classes. When people come into my store thinking that we're like an art studio, I always am like, oh, no, we don't do classes,
That's down
but
the street.
that's down the street. It's literally a block that way,
Yes.
which is great.
Awesome. Eileen is a good lady. She does very good work with these kids over there.
She's great.
All right. Now, when you open up, I've seen that you sometimes have like sidewalk sales. How does that work?
Oh, yes. Different times of year, we set up outside, which is one of my favorite things to do. And I wanted to maybe do it this weekend, but it's supposed to be 41 degrees, so I said no. But during Conshohocken Fun Fest, Art Festival, 4th of July, all of those fun, event points, I like to set up outside so that, people can kind of just walk by and see what we have. I grab a big sampling of everything we have in the store, throw up some tents. Luckily, we have a really decent sidewalk outside, and just get the art out in the community so people can walk by and go, oh, what's that? Because while we opened in 2018, we were closed for that point, and now we're reopened. We're still trying to get people to know who we are, what we do, what we sell. So sometimes just throwing some stuff outside, with me sitting there, my whole desk goes outside. It's a to
Okay.
do. And selling one-on-one, and it gives me a little bit more time to sit and talk to people.
Awesome.
While people are shopping, I can talk to the customers a little bit more. So it's very fun. Hopefully, when the
Awesome.
weather, I'll be out there again. Probably St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, then maybe in the spring we can look forward to wine, cheese, and arts.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I've been missing those events because of the pandemic. When we reopened, I didn't get to do all the fun stuff that I had hoped we did. So hopefully next year things will be looking a little bit better. I'm trying to plan a delayed grand opening, a 1 year anniversary of reopening / 3 year
Absolutely.
anniversary of opening. So that's March. So fingers
That's a
crossed all
much.
goes well with that. And hopefully it's not freezing in March so we can actually go outside again.
Great. All right, Matt. Thank you for coming. But stay with us here for a minute. We'll take a break and come right back for a commercial. We'll be right back.
Are you dealing with estate or loan documents? Or perhaps an international business? Welcome to Paris Mobile Notary, your solution for notary services 24/7, 365. At PMN, we put customer service first, coming to you for all your notary needs, including apostille and authentication, document delivery, I-9 verifications, estate documents, prenup and postnup agreements, affidavit, mortgage documents, identity verifications, and so much more. We proudly serve Montgomery, Bucks, Delaware, Chester, and Philadelphia counties, and can't wait to work with you. So contact us today for your next signing at parismobilenotary.com or call us at 610-825-3300. Paris Mobile Notary, at your service anytime, anywhere.
Welcome back, Matt. There you are, Matt. You were hiding on me.
It happens.
Yeah, right. Okay, so we're back. So this is a big week here in Conshohocken. It's November, Thanksgiving Day, and then after Thanksgiving Day we have the Christmas tree lighting, and then we have Small Business Saturday. You have some plans that you want to talk to us about those plans and what you have?
Absolutely. We have a lot planned for both Black Friday and Small Business Saturday. So on Black Friday and Small Business Saturday, in the store, we will be doing deals, discounts, and raffles. So let's see. Start with deals and discounts. So all of my artists set their own pricing. So they are all in charge of their own deals and discounts. So basically, we're not going to do a blank percent off everything. Each individual artist has it set differently. So we're going to have discounts anywhere from around 10 to 20% off of different artists' work on those 2 days. We will also have different deals like buy, two for this, price. Like the candles will be, I think, two for something. Don't quote me on it. I have to look at my notes. So there'll be different types of deals throughout the store. So it won't just be discounts. It'll be buy one, get one type things. Some of our soap from Valescence will be buy 3 for 15. And, there's going to be a lot of different stuff that we don't normally do. We don't really normally do sales in the store, actually. So this will be one of the only times of year where you get, sales across all 37 of us. So that will be, again, Black Friday and Small Business Saturday. I will also be doing an in-store raffle for both of those days. So if you make a purchase, you'll get a raffle ticket, and there'll be a few different items from the artists put into little raffle baskets. There'll be quite a few, actually. And we're getting some really great donations. Some great jewelry, paintings, all that kind of stuff. So that'll be the raffle. And then specifically, we're aiming to do a lot on Small Business Saturday because that's, our big day. So on that day, we'll also have art demonstrations by some of the artists in the store. We'll have a painter, a crocheter. They're going to kind of tell you what they do and how they do it, and they'll be able to show you as well. So we'll be doing that on Small Business Saturday. Also on Small Business Saturday will be the Conshohocken Town Fayette Street raffle as well. And what that entails is there are 6 stores on that list. There is us, Extra Boutique, Calls Framing, Sanctuary Blue, Flacco's, and Conshohocken Candy Company. And you can go to any of those 6 stores to get your raffle ticket, which is a punch card. And on that card is a little logo for each of our stores. So all you have to do is go to all 6 of those stores, no purchase necessary, to get a punch from each of the locations. Once you do that at your 6th store and you get your last punch, you will fill out your name, number, and email, and you will leave it with them in a little bag that they have. And then I will go around and collect all the bags, and then it will probably be Sunday where we will pull the raffle tickets, and there will be multiple different prizes of gift cards and prizes to the stores that are on that list. So I'll be donating a gift card and an art piece, and we're not going to skimp on the gift cards either. We're going to be it's not going to be $5. You're looking more at $50. So
$5 is cool. I'm glad that gets a cup of coffee.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So yes, so that will be on Small Business Saturday specifically. And there'll also be a hot chocolate stand over at brunch. So when you're up my way, you can go run and get some hot chocolate. And then there's going to be a few other things happening in town that day. So it'll be a great day to be in town. Stop at one of the restaurants for breakfast or lunch, and then hit up all 6 of our stores, get that Christmas shopping crossed off your list early, and be entered to win prizes just by shopping. I mean, what's better than that?
Awesome. That's great. Question for the raffle on Friday at your store. Are they at certain time intervals, or are you just going to does one have to be present to win on
No,
Friday?
you do not have to be present to win. Yes.
Okay.
Anybody who purchase will get a ticket on Friday and Saturday. and then I will pull them probably either Saturday evening or Sunday. Depends how crazy we are on
Okay,
Saturday.
sounds good. All right. Well, Matt, I want to thank you so much for coming out here to Good Morning Country. We hope that you have a good time this Small Business Saturday. I didn't have I didn't have fun when I tried it last time. Well, I did have fun, but I got in trouble.
Okay.
I did it
That
first and
goes
then ask questions later. But
exactly.
I wish you so much success, and I'm glad that the store is now back up and running. Give a word out to somebody who may want to have who has art and want to come on down.
Oh yeah, if you have art and you'd like to sell in my store, I will be accepting new artists early next year. So we're going to try to just get through the holiday season the
Hmm.
best we can. And I always tell people I will not accept you in January because that's the worst month of the year and it's a horrible first month. I want to set everybody up for success. So around February, if you're an artist who's interested in coming in, feel free to pop in during when we're open. Send me an email, give me a call, even Instagram message, and I can give you further details on how the store works, and I can see your art, and we can make something happen.
Okay. A quick question I just thought about. When
Sure.
someone has signed up to be an artist in the store, does their art have to be sold within a certain time before they're commissioned out, or how that aspect of it? Are they there until your time with them ends, or how does that portion of it work?
So it's basically no long-term lease, basically. So
Okay.
basically, they have it's month-to-month situation, and
Okay.
I leave it up to them. So they rent the space, and then like I said, try to set them up for success. Give them all the knowledge that I can to make sure that they're going to be making sales and presenting their work right. Because most artists either haven't sold their work, are used to displaying it gallery style, and aren't used to being set up in a retail location. So I
Okay.
consider that my job to get them all set up and ready. And then I leave that up to the artist how long they would like to stay. So far, since we're opening, nobody has left. So that's a pretty good sign. I still have all the ones that I opened with, and we've just added from there.
Awesome.
So, everyone seems pretty happy. It's like a little family team is what it becomes at the end. They come in individually, always a little bit nervous, and then by the end of it, it's just, clockwork. It's pretty great.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you for your time, Matt. We really appreciate having you here.
Oh,
We're
thank you
going
so
to
much.
take. I'm sorry.
Oh, so thank you so much for having me.
Okay, great. We're gonna take one more break and for a word from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we'll share the events that we have coming up, and then we're gonna talk with our producer before we end today. Thank you, Matt. We'll be right back, guys.
My name is Blaine Pierce. I'm from Norristown, Pennsylvania. Graduate of Delaware State University, sports science major, member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. We are located in Norristown, Pennsylvania, 1725 Markley Street, in the Astor Shopping Center, right next to the zoo. We handle one-on-one personal training, group and fitness classes, strength and conditioning classes, kickboxing training, boxing training. We also have yoga classes and massage therapy and movement therapy. My passion has always been to help others become their best self, stronger physically and mentally.
Welcome back. Welcome back. So here are a few events we have coming up for today. Before we have tomorrow is Thanksgiving Day. To start that off, we're going to be serving your hot meal over there at Bluestone Church, that's in West Conshohocken, and that's on Thanksgiving Day, which is the 25th of November. On Friday, the 26th, we have the tree lighting ceremony at Marywood Park. That is free, and that starts at 6 p.m. Hope to see you there. And on December 11th at 7 p.m., we have the Christmas tree drive-in movie. That's going to be at the B Field, which is at 122 East 13th Avenue, and that's here in Conshohocken. But also coming up on that day at the Plymouth White Marsh High School is the BCA, which is the Black Cultural Awareness Group. They're having a toy drive that ends that day. They'll be there collecting unwrapped toys from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. So do please go and support that group. And guys, I am Teresa Brown Paris. I want to thank you so much for joining us here each Wednesday at 10 o'clock. Today is the last show for the year. We'll return in January. But before we leave, I want to present to you our producer, Zach James of Rebel Hill Consulting and Rebel Hill Productions. He's a producer of our show, Good Morning Conshy. He's also a business development strategist at Navitas Marketing. Zach James, our behind the scenes guy.
Thank you for having me, Teresa. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Zach, thank you so much for putting up with me on my last minute edits.
And you know what? It's frustrating from a production standpoint when I mess up stuff. I had so many typos in the graphics today. I was punching myself when I was watching you and Matt do your thing. And I'm like, oh, I put the wrong date on this, and I pushed this button too soon. And you know, we all have our days.
That's
And
what happens at 1 a.m. in the morning.
yeah, late nights. But I'm looking forward to 2022. This was a heck of a first year. I think you had something like 20 guests on plus, you know, and this started, you know, so quickly, and you did such a great job in kicking this off and building attention. I'm really looking forward to what 2022 has in store for the show.
Well, you know what it is. When we moved here from Conshohocken, from Connecticut back like 13 years ago, here to Conshohocken, we moved there. My daughter and I, not knowing anyone, we got involved with the community. She got
Hmm.
involved with school, doing different after-school programs, and we just got involved. I find the community really accepted us. My many initiatives. I started Good Morning Country. I started Country Courier before.
Hmm.
And Country Courier, a couple of years ago, we did a small business Saturday. I was telling Matt earlier, some time ago. And you know me, I just do things and then ask questions later. And I got involved with, I got in trouble with that. In a good way, it was good trouble. It was good. And then we started Good Morning Country. It was very ad hoc. And then we relaunched it this year with your help, of course. You did an amazing job. So tell us who you are, Matt, Zach, the person.
I'm a lot. I've been dubbing myself Zach of all trades. I do too much. I'm originally from West Conshy, so grew up in West Conshy in the Gulf Mills kind of area, and went and studied sport and rec management at Temple, and that turned into a 7-year career in pro sports. I used to work for the New Jersey and Brooklyn Nets, and I came back to this area back in 2014 and thought I was going to work with the Sixers, and that plan did not work out.
Uh,
And I ended up doing some part-time work, doing some part-time work for just some local brands, and I was kind of overqualified, and they offered me consulting positions to keep me on staff. And as I started doing that, I was like, well, this is kind of cool. Like, I like using my knowledge and skills to help people grow their businesses. So why don't I just go that direction, and instead of working for another company, start my own? Uh, and yeah, the first couple years were daunting, but since 2014, I've been running Rebel Hill Consulting and working with tons of small businesses. I even work with some larger companies, especially with my partners at Navitas Marketing. And it's been a heck of a ride. I get to meet, like I said, local entrepreneurs like yourself and the guests we have on the show. I have an author that I've been working with for years, who now I'm a business partner in a
mhm.
diversity, equity, and inclusion podcast and platform. So I get to train people about DEI. I produce a lot of shows like this. This is one of about 4 or 5 shows that I produce for some folks in the area. And I have a video production company that's based out of the city where we do, everything from event recap videos to movies to anything you can think of done with a camera. My team at My New Philly does it. So I have my hands in a lot of different directions. I'm no longer just a sports marketing guy or sales guy. Now I'm a content producer. I'm a networker and love connecting people. And You know, there's nothing I'm not open to getting my hands into, which again sometimes is a problem, but I've been able to manage it well with my time. So yeah,
That's
just with everything.
that's what's up, Zach. Because if you're with the 76ers, we wouldn't have been able to be here today.
Facts. And back then the 76ers were terrible. This was before the process started, so it wasn't even something I was super excited about. But
it's a win-win situation for you anyway.
right. But no, I enjoy helping people grow. I enjoy being in this space, and like I said, you got to do what makes you happy. So I'm happy doing different things and helping different people on a daily basis instead of just helping one entity, one company. So I really do enjoy it. And I used to be an artist, so like I'm definitely going to go check out Matt's store. I like painting. I used to do like acrylics and painting with acrylics on canvas, and you know I'm always you know, inspired when I see other people's art. So I can't wait to check out his store this week.
All right. And good morning, Conshy is here because I'm a community-oriented person. I always want to give back, and this is my way of giving back to my community.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you guys for following us each Wednesday morning. Thank you so much for liking and sharing our videos. Please continue to do that. Though we're taking the month of December off, we'll be constantly sharing content. Please like and follow those contents and share them. We will be back on January the 12th, 2022. I am grateful to you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for following us today. And thank you for our past guests, our sponsors, our producers, and to my daughter, Caitlin. Thank you so much. Here is a snapshot of our gratefulness to you. Zach.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Familiar highways lined with leaves turn brown, making my way back into my hometown. Funny how this all looks different, but it feels the same. Like how life never stops changing, but some things never change. So fill your plate and fill your drink and fill this house with family, the kind of love that all these years can't wash away. Cause the older that I get, I see that life is short and bittersweet. Thank God for this Thanksgiving Day. Watching football, watching families grow. The old kids' table all have kids of their own. Starting to see my grandfather in my nephew's eyes. Mom still can't talk about him and I'd almost cry. So fill your plate and fill your drink and fill this house with family, the kind of love 1,000 miles can't wash away. Cause the older that I get, I see that life is short and bittersweet. Thank God for this Thanksgiving Day. So fill your plate and fill your drink, put your dishes in the kitchen sink and let the leftover year just wash away. As we made it through, I do believe, the longest year in history. Thank God that it's Thanksgiving Day.